You ready?
It's always like weird. Like, I think we're live. Yeah, so we're live. Welcome to another coffee talk. Hot
Moment.
mess open wide. Oh my god, you guys!
Sweet.
Oh my god, you guys!
We just got here. Yeah. I appreciate everybody who showed up. I appreciate Von Traeger who had to make the post for me because I got myself canceled on Facebook. It's been a real weird week. What's
Hell
new
yeah.
with you before I get into that?
Me? You don't want to know, baby. I got to level 225 in Fortnite. I finished it, guys. 0 to hero. I got the whole season. It is the first time I went above and beyond and got all the skins in the Fortnite season. I'm a real champ. You can't stop me. Uh, won't
So
can't stop, won't stop.
obviously, the goes to show that the clubs being open isn't helping Von Traeger at all. If
I
anyone
love.
in
I
Chicago
still
needs
love
a
the sign of a
spot, please
fresh
call
noob.
him.
I still love the sign of a noob saying the clubs are opening. The clubs.
Yeah, well, you're never gonna get there if you just keep playing Fortnite, Von Traeger.
Clubs are irrelevant, my friend. We're going decentralized, baby. It doesn't matter. This is the club. Welcome to the Hot Mess Coffee Talk Comedy Club. This is a club. We've been open for weeks.
We have been open for weeks. It's been many, many weeks. I don't know how people still come, but I appreciate it every time. We've got a newcomer opening the show today. His name's Yash, all the way from Dubai, and I can't wait to see what he's got before he passes out.
We are live.
Welcome to the show, Yash.
I'll put the link in the chats.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.
Oh, wait, you're going to get him to go right now before I put the link
I just
in?
did it. I just did it.
Yeah,
You just
all right.
did it? Wait, do it
Might
again.
get
Do it again. I was putting the link in. Do the intro again.
No. Just
All
pay
right.
attention.
What
next
link
time.
is that?
All right. All right, fine. Go. Just do the thing. Thank
Hey,
you,
what's up?
Yash.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me. So, just for the record, it's 10 p.m. here. I'm Middle East, and I'm really excited to be performing for you guys. It's because people in Middle East don't appreciate humor. I remember I was once doing a show in Abu Dhabi, and people in Middle East have this habit of giving you feedback after every joke. And I got done with my performance, and this guy walked up to me to share some feedback. He's like, "Hey, man, nice seminar." Yeah. Just the usual struggle. So, pardon my manners. Just I want to introduce myself. My name is Yash, which is not a big deal because originally I'm from India, and in India, every third dude is a Yash. Like being Yash in my country is probably the second most common thing after sex without consent. I'm sorry. I
don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have forced that joke onto you guys, but that's how it is. My name is really common. My name is so common that one of my ex, she was cheating on me. For 2 months, she was shouting someone else's name in bed, and I had no clue. So these days when I'm having sex, I hand over my passport so that she could say my full name. So it goes something like this. "Oh, you're so good. Yash Devendra Dev Sharma Bhardwaj. Is that you?" I'm like, yeah, that's me. Yeah. That's how I like it. I like my sex to be specific. It gets weird sometimes because my dad's name is in the middle. Whenever I do that joke, people think that I don't love my dad. I do love my dad. It's just that he has diabetes. So yes, I have a sugar daddy. I didn't buy this T-shirt, so just putting it out there. But to be honest, whenever I do jokes on my dad, I always feel that, it's his fault, that he could have just given me a nicer name, a more unique name, But I know why he didn't do that. It's because I've seen my baby pictures. I was a really ugly kid, I was such an ugly kid that someone from Microsoft saw my baby pictures and they came up with the undo button. So I was a really ugly kid. I had a mustache at the age of 1, by the way. By the age of 3, I started looking like a pedophile. I used to look so. Yeah, thank you. I used to look so creepy that my mom stopped breastfeeding me because she didn't like the way I looked back at her. Yeah, I mean, lockdown has been tough on all of us, yeah. And so lockdown was very tough on me, is because I'm rich and I don't have flatmates. So I was really lonely. I'm sorry, I just want to put it out there. So I was really lonely, and like for 2, 3 months, like it just got really lonely. And then I found a hack around it. I started binge watching horror movies like back to back, and now it doesn't feel like I'm alone in my house anymore. It just feels like there's someone with me. Also, pardon my manners. This is my girlfriend Annabelle. Babe, you wanna say hi? uh, she's, she's a good one. Things are going great between us. I mean, and we had a slight argument in the morning. I said something to her. She wasn't impressed. I just said, hey, I'm really happy to have you. You make me feel alive. She just got offended. I don't know why. Anyway, the first time I met Annabelle, it was 3 a.m. and I just got off bed. I was thirsty. I went to the kitchen to get some water. And there she was. She was in the fridge. I'm like, wow. I mean, who got that magnet? And I looked at Annabelle and I peed my pants. And at that moment, I knew she's the one, because nobody has ever made me so wet. So things are going great between us. So I'm very single. My dating life is horrible. I've dated girls from Ireland here, and I've stopped dating them. It's because since the time I've been dating girls from Ireland, the chances of my liver getting damaged has been doubling. All right, that's my time, guys. This was Yash. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for coming,
Thank
guys.
you, Yash. What a great addition to this show. I love it. As you can tell, you have a good audience to drop some maybe not so mainstream jokes. I'm glad. I also hated looking at my children while I breastfed, and now it's weird because like they ruined it for me. My boyfriend tries to touch my boobs now, and I see the same little face that I did that looked at me for sustenance, and I'm like, no, the fridge is over there. You know what I mean? No. So thanks for that. Thanks for that, children. On top of the other 1,000 things you've fucked up for my life.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Don, we gotta talk about something really important. So, big news. Beginning of next season, there's gonna be a solo adventure
Why
in
do you
Fortnite.
do this?
When you turn on the
Every
game,
time.
you're gonna be playing a solo adventure. And what?
I am playing a solo adventure every time I play now because you're so annoying. Is
It's Jay that's
Carrie?
annoying. Don't confuse Jay for me. I'm good in Fortnite. I'm fucking good in Fortnite. Yeah, it might be Carrie. Carrie, we hear you
Because
win.
he's
I'm not
outside.
beating you because I hate you.
Carrie, you're outside. He's always on the move. He's always on the
Anyway,
move.
yeah, that's what it was.
He is our next comic up.
Oh, he is?
I don't know
Okay,
where-
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where he's shooting from today, but where'd he go? He's gone.
Is he gone? No, I'll find him. Hey, Carrie Coultry!
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, I'm actually outside because I wanted to do like a nature walk because it's like a little pond out here. Oh man, this is a good day. So it's a lot of it's a lot of things I don't understand, and Mexico is one of them, right? So I don't understand how Mexico makes Topo Chico, but they're known for having shitty water, but they send it over here to America. Like, I feel like, do they have like a secret stash of water out there? And then the regular dirty water that's infected with cat piss, they just give it to the rest of the community. Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Oh,
It
It was really weird out here. I'm sorry. I wasn't sure. I was like, who am I talking to right now? Oh man. Everybody's all excited about this vaccine. I am not. First of all, I don't trust a third world country. They don't even like us. So now everybody's going to get this mystery serum. I am out on that. Hell no. Y'all gonna take that shit and in 5 months from now, y'all gonna turn into gorilla spiders and shit. It's gonna be all type of weird DNAs. Y'all gonna be just like those. Y'all gonna be like those people in that Power Ranger movie with Ivan Ooze. Y'all gonna be zombied out and fall off a goddamn cliff. Oh man, I like music, so I like buying like rock band T-shirts. You know, so normally when I buy a shirt, I listen to that music right then and there at the store. But one time I didn't, and it cost me. So I got home with this shirt, and the band name is Berzer, right? They had some of the most scariest music I ever seen in my life. I hit play on the video. The whole video started off in flames, and they was like sacrificing a goat on there. And the music was so demonic, it scared me. I took the shirt off. I had to baptize the shirt. I had to like put kosher salt and olive oil on it to kill all the white devils coming from that goddamn music. And then I had to mail the shit back to the Hot Topic. Shoot. So I'm actually, y'all know I'm a couch hopper, right? I'm a professional couch hopper. So I'm staying at my friend's apartment. It looks super nice on the outside, and then she got this pond right now. And when I first got here, it was a whole bunch of black ducks. I said, hell yeah, that's my people. And I started running. I started running toward the ducks, and for some reason they all swam to the other side, and it pissed me off. I said, hey, we're the same color here. At least so I thought. So I think it was really hating ass white ducks with black face on. That's what I think happened. Now, the outside of my friend's apartment, it looks really nice. But her apartment, oh my God. I've never seen a woman this nasty. First of all, she has dried up dog turds all over the apartment. And piss stains everywhere. And she has one night stands with dudes. They come over and be fucking her in her bedroom that smells like rotten bananas and rat piss. I can't believe how horny a man gotta be to have sex in a room like that. I can't even breathe in her apartment. Shit is gross. That's a sad way to find out what men will do for some pussy. Shit is wild. She had some enchiladas. I don't know what this. I couldn't even recognize the entree, but it was underneath her couch. I don't know how. It was so unrecognizable. The shit was as hard as bricks. I don't even know what type of food it was, and no telling how long it's been under there. And I think what trips me out is she does not care. She'll just step in dog pee and be like, "Oh, he peed again," and then she just go upstairs and take a nap. Shit is sad. The house I used to stay in the hood, I had to kick myself out because of little dick energy is what I call it. So, dude, I was sitting on the couch and had all my tablet and my papers, right? And I was like trying to write jokes. So I went to the bathroom, came back. Dude came out and laid on top of all of my shit on the couch. And I had to be like, oh, excuse me, can you hand me my tablet? Here you go. Oh, can you hand me the remote? Can you hand me my peanuts? You don't get the message, you freaking wiener schnitzel? Get off of my shit. How you just lay on somebody's shit? Like one time when he ordered some Jack in the Box, I swear to God, when he went upstairs, I wanted to like sit on his shit on the couch and just see his head explode. What really pissed me off about this dude is he never put the seat down. And at 1 a.m, I fell in the toilet and my ass was covered in dirty water juice. And that pissed me off. I had to let the seat down at least 10 to 85 times. So for the ladies watching this, I'm sorry, I would never put the seat down. And what really made me take a step out to get out was I went to go take a shower and I came out. He said, "Oh, did you use that towel hanging up in there?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, my bad. I just shampooed and bathed my dog." Anyway, thank y'all, man, for listening.
Thanks for coming, Gary.
Thank you, guys.
Beat the shit out of that dog. I mean, call me and I'll beat the shit out of that dog. Thanks for coming.
He said
Y'all, we gotta get Carrie a new place to live so we can hear his sets. That's what we got. Next week,
right.
Carrie needs to be indoors.
All right. So okay, no Fortnite joke this time. But Marv isn't here, so we'll talk about it anyways. What do you think about Marv having that homeless guy living his? Well, we don't know if it's a guy. We didn't really say gender. Just said person living in his barn.
So obviously, like the funny part of me wants to be like, that's fucking hilarious. But to be honest, like I have a hard time laughing at it because I live in Vancouver and deal with like a homelessness crisis and
it's just funny.
I just hope
set
that
the scene.
Okay, so set the scene. Here we go. We have Marv.
Human tragedy aside.
Okay,
so we don't know how
Marv.
long this person was living in the barn, but then you have to imagine Marv's living on a piece of land big enough that he doesn't check his barn very often.
Well, he also
and he's
lives
renting
in
out
a barn.
Yeah, he's renting out part of his land to a farmer. So it's like he doesn't even have to fucking go out there. What's he going out there? Like, you smoke a blunt or something? He's like, oh no. The person living in my barn. Oh no. Like what? Like, what is this? Like, he's like, he didn't even take a picture. He was like, there's something's very scary happening. I do not know. You guys found police. It's the most horrifying thing happened. And then he's like, there's a person living in my barn.
But
did you offer them rent? Did you hire them as like a field hand?
You're painting Marv as a guy who cares about people.
I didn't say he cared. I'm saying capitalize on human potential.
No.
Hire them.
He was not horrified. And the reason why he didn't elaborate on any of that story is because that person is fully locked up and working for Marv right now. And that's why Marv is not here. Like, he is training this poor person that he found in his barn to be his human slave. Because Marv is like, he's not above that. He's not. I hope he watches this and knows he's not above that.
I'm uns German and I am not against that. Marv would appreciate that horrible German accent. Who's up next before I butcher another nationality?
Well, up next we have someone who likes to make fun of people just as much as we do. His name's Devin Flynn.
Get in here, bathtub boy.
Yeah, bathtub boy. And not bathtub boy because like you find him there without his organs. No, he just likes to show up on Zoom in a bathtub.
He knows how versatile Zoom is. Devin Flynn.
I almost wish you guys didn't describe how I came to be known as Bathtub Boy, because that would have just driven so much traffic towards my Facebook page or my OnlyFans, either or. One of them makes me money. The other one gets me, either way. It's really hard to follow up with Bontrager and his mysterious German/Transylvanian impression there. You got fucking Vlad the Barn Raiser. And Don, you're talking about homeless people in Vancouver. I'm up in Prince George. We get Don's homeless people for certain events like the Winter Games. They would literally ship homeless people up north and say, "Yeah, you're out of here, guys. You want to go on a one-way trip? We'll pay for the bus ticket." And they fucking did. So it kind of makes me think we should just get them to be like modern day carrier pigeons, sending us advertisements and junk mail about a $300,000 condominium. I don't need homeless people to tell me it's fucking expensive to live in Vancouver, Don. So in case you guys catch me wistfully looking off into the distance, the snow is melting and it's kind of nice, and I feel like I'm back in high school, staring out the window there, pining for my true love, except my true love is freedom and the outdoor air. I miss it, guys. But I'm getting excited because it's going to be bike season. I tune up bikes, I fix up bikes. I'm not advertising right now. Call me, Devin Flynn, bike repair. But I like riding bikes as well. Even when things go awry. It was a couple years ago. I was actually on my way to a comedy show and I was test riding a bike, and the front wheel popped off when I hopped off the curb, and I fell on my face. So like,
So we have a cooking bowl and a mixing bowl, so we can all make a cake together. I think we're having a feast later.
Who is this?
apparently I'm being
So
canceled
now
by
that
some
we've
British
got our-
TV show. Is Meghan Markle doing a second interview?
God.
Getting booted here. Um,
Yeah, I think I found it. Sorry.
okay. Anyway, so as I was saying, I landed on my face. So this is me healed up. This is me with scars. Imagine how good I looked before the accident. So anyway, bike accident, but I tried to stay positive and thought, what can I learn from this tragic event? You know, a physical accident. You know, how can I consider this a learning opportunity? I considered it a social experiment. For example, how long will it take before somebody stops and helps a cyclist in the middle of the road? Answer, too damn long. Conclusion, Prince George drivers are assholes, and the meth heads that came out of the Burger King were quite nice. They were so helpful, especially when I'm the one going, do I still have all my teeth? Still had more than them. Anyway, the bike accident, I thought, what if I consider this from a scientific perspective? For example, I have found an engineering flaw in the modern day bicycle. If you remove a bicycle, or if you remove the wheel from a bicycle in motion, it will quickly become stationary. Conclusion, cartoons are full of shit, and I should not try riding a unicycle. So I was at a music festival a while back, and there was a group of musicians on stage. They were telling the crowd that when their band member tries something new, instead of saying things like, that's awesome, or good job, they took a really weird approach. They would say, that's safe. Yeah. Tried that new riff? Yeah, safe. Like, isn't that kind of the opposite of trying something new? Like, I hate to be a dick, but I think a big part of trying something new is stepping outside that comfort zone, and that's not usually a safe place. Like, I'm pretty sure this is the exact same group of people that would probably get the crowd to chant like, "You're all great, you're all amazing people. Are there any gay people in the crowd?" And people hesitantly raise their hand. "Yeah, you're super. Woo!" Any trans people in the crowd? "Yeah, woo! You're super." Any lesbian people? "Yeah, woo! You're super." Any straight people in the crowd? "Yeah, woo! You're acceptable." Because apparently you can't be super straight these days. But anyway, so these the same group of people there, they were saying that's safe when they try something new. Yeah, I just found that so ridiculous, and the more I thought about it, the more I thought this is stupid. Like, instead of saying sweet or good job, or they go, hey, I can't linguistically communicate that you did something more challenging than what you normally do, so I'm going to say the exact opposite. Like, that doesn't work. I think we could all agree that words need to mean what they're supposed to. If we just attach random definitions to them, it all falls apart. I mean, I want to hear, damn, Devin, you look good, from my girlfriend, not, why are you wearing my underwear again? Anyway, that's my time, guys. Always end on the underwear jokes. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You're coming, Devin Flynn. Remember, don't put it in your mouth.
That's what my girlfriend said.
Unless,
Don't put it in your mouth.
Unless you ask your loved one first. Thanks for coming.
Don't put it in your mouth. Just open
Ask
up your
only-
butthole, okay?
only ask your
Open
loved
your
one.
butthole.
Only ask your loved one if you're going to eat beets. Always ask beforehand to warn them that your poopies are going to be blood colored, so that when you tell them,
No one's
hey, I think
ever
there's
gonna
blood
come
in
back
my
to our
stool.
mic if why
I think
can't
there's
I
blood in
mute
my
him?
stool.
Can I
You just
please
gotta-
learn to mute him?
No, you got to warn people, because then you forget you ate beets and then you think you got blood in your stool. That's just an important beets fact. Anyways, for more important beets facts,
Don't come to this mic ever again, because we're not going to continue talking about beats.
science thinks you should go. Thinks you should come back because he
See?
disappeared.
See?
He was nervous.
See?
He was nervous.
We
He
somehow
says science.
disgusted Gregory Matthews. Do you
Did
know,
it,
like,
guys.
Gregory
like-
Matthews is still here. Don't
I've got-
even. He
like,
loves
no,
all
do
of
you
this.
do you know how that's bad?
He pretended
That's
to
bad.
go on a smoke break just for this mic. He's all about it. Look, he's got the big slurp. He's here for it. He's here for the win, man. Is that who's
Okay.
up next? Was that an undercover?
No, we
I literally don't
we
know
have
the list.
someone we
Don't
have
know
someone
the
very
list.
exciting coming up next. But before I get
before
that
someone, who is this?
successful, just read the chat, you fucking dummy.
Why would I read the chat? I'm managing multiple angles of technology. Go fuck
So,
yourself.
Anyway, before I introduce this next success, let me tell you a little story here that I had the other day. Okay, let me tell you.
Tell you
So-
this story.
I have these slippers. They're fantastic. I wear them outside, as you can probably tell, because who has time for socks? So,
Are they an animal?
I
Are they
think
cats?
So I'm not
I think
sure.
they're cats.
Doggies.
Cats.
I
They're
think they're sleepy
Korean.
cats. Okay, they're cats.
They're Korean.
Sleepy cats.
So, yeah, I go in to the liquor store, and I'm going around looking for my thing, and I grab, a bottle, just a 2.6, no big deal. And I go up to the cashier, and the lady is like, "Hi, would you like to donate for dry grad?" And I'm like, "No, thank you." So for you, those who might not know what dry grad is, it's like a sober graduation that people have in high school.
I thought it was dry grass. I was like, go
No.
fuck yourself. I'm not at Home
No.
Depot.
Dry graduation. So I already thought it was kind of like ironic that the liquor store is promoting like a sober graduation, but whatever, I get it. So then she proceeds to ask me, like, "Did you have a dry grad?" And I was like, "Oh, I didn't graduate. I had a child by that time." And then she's like, "Oh, well, look how successful you are now." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm buying a 2.6 of whiskey on Monday afternoon in slippers. That's what success looks like.
Hell yeah.
Have a good day." Like, does she think that I'm so successful that I can do that? Or is she trying to make me
Here's what
feel
you tell
better?
them. Here's what you tell them. Grand Moff Tarkin wore slippers all throughout all of shooting of Star Wars. So one of the most feared villains in Star Wars was wearing slippers every time he stared his cold British face at you. Speaking of cold British faces, up next
Is Joe Gorman not British at all, but he does have a cold face.
it was a good damn guess. Goddamn cold faced Joe Gorman.
Oh, thank you all so much. And what a great introduction. I'm so glad Dawn could tell us about her day. Isn't that a great way to fucking rile an audience up? It's like, let's talk about your day a little bit. Give us the full 1-1 on what's going on. I don't have time to subscribe to somebody's WordPress. Come on, tell me about your day. Let's connect. Who does that shit anymore? You know what I'm talking about? Huh? That's what's up, dude. What is going on, everybody? I am so pumped to be here during the day. Here we are just fucking riffing and having a good ass time on the internet, smoking fatty bowls that will be immortalized forever on YouTube. Soak it in, Zuckerberg. This is my personal information. I don't care anymore. Look at us committing time theft apparently at our company. You know, what if I get picked up by Comedy Central? Wouldn't that be great? I can finally quit my day job, do this shit full time of just smoking weed and stream of consciousness ranting. That's all it is. What's the difference between me and a homeless person? A fucking paycheck. That's it. Whoa, really makes you think, huh, about our society, right? It can be taken away from us at the drop of a hat, maybe. But you know what? That's cool too. Isn't that fucking fun? Yeah, I like that, dude. I could survive on my own. Damn, dude. Von Traeger's been talking about fucking beets all day and everyone's had like decisive opinion. I don't eat fucking vegetables anymore. The minute I moved out of my parents' house, I stopped eating fucking vegetables. I take a multivitamin. It's the same fucking thing. All right. It is the same goddamn. Don't try to convince me otherwise. Look, there's all these GMOs in vegetables, and now apparently we're okay with like GMOs and big pharma. Remember like 5 years ago when we were like fuck Big Pharma. Jenny McCarthy said, fuck Big Pharma. I'm saying fuck Big Pharma. And now we're like sucking Big Pharma's dick, you know, because we've been inside this whole time. And we're like, I love you, Big Pharma. I'm sorry I believe the fucking Playboy Playmate of the Year 1996 Jenny McCarthy. I'll never be swayed again. It wasn't Jenny McCarthy. It was actually when Jim Carrey said that vaccinations were questionable. And he sold me by doing it as Ace Ventura, where he bent over and spoke out of his ass cheeks, saying vaccinations are bad. I'm like, Ace, you sold me. You sold me. I'm not fucking, you know what? I can say that confidently because like my mom got me vaccinated as a kid. So now I could be like, yeah, fuck that shit. I'm talking about like these theoretical children I'm probably never going to have in my life where I'm like, yeah, if I ever fucking had a kid, I wouldn't fucking vaccinate that shit, dude. I don't know. Fucking damn, dude. Regardless, dude, there's no way. Dude, my baby would fucking like definitely like no matter what I do, it probably wouldn't make it the full fucking 18 years, right? After 18 years, it's considered a success. And then like they're on their own, right? Maybe 17 or 16 in some states. It really depends. Really makes you think, huh? Now we're having a fucking good time, man. Fucking getting loose. It is a vial of mustache oil. It is, dude. You see, it's such like a rare opening into the inside of my background. Because like some comics, like they come out, like it's no matter how fucking impersonal your stand-up comedy is, if people can see like your living situation, it's so much insight to them as a human being. More than they're like, yeah, I'm something of a bad person. It is not a young George Carlin poster. It is actually a stormtrooper wearing a suit. Isn't that fucking something else? Yeah, that's what's up, dude. Otherwise, people think it's like, why does he have a fucking picture of a man on his wall? And it's like, is it a man or is it a clone of the greatest bounty hunter of all time, Jango Fett? Yeah, dude, I include the fucking prequels in my Star Wars continuity. Yo, how can people like shit on the prequels when the sequel movies suck ass, dude? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Everyone was like, Jar Jar Binks sucks. I'm like, oh yeah, every fucking character in this new movie sucks. And they're like, well, you're fucking 30 and have an opinion. I'm like, you're fucking 30 and have an opinion on this shit, dude. But fucking jocks were right to beat the shit out of us in high school, man. Fucking running around with a fucking Jedi Knight robe being like, boys only. Well, fucking that turned out fucking awful. But, you know, it's like, I'm fucking arguing with some fucking teenager on the internet. Like, no, this Star Wars is cool. And it's like, fuck, people are still in cages. Isn't that wild? And I'm like, okay, well, I'll fucking deal with that. But first, I gotta make sure that this universe that George Lucas crafted is fucking well preserved for future generations. Like, you actually have an opportunity to save future generations right now by getting these kids out of the cages. Like, yeah, I'm a fucking nerd. I fucking live in fiction. Ooh, try to do a fucking Jedi mind trick. You will release these people from cages. Wouldn't that be a fucking dream? Damn, you know what's so funny is like, yeah, the idea of being like a Jedi Knight is cool, but I would use my fucking force powers for fucking street tricks. You know, I do like some David Blaine type shit and just like film like quick little fucking what is it now? I guess TikTok videos. I'd film TikTok videos of me doing like fucking force shit, you know, where I got fucking pull someone's pants down. You see that? I even did it the way Obi-Wan Kenobi would. Man, there's no way my midi-chlorian count is fucking high enough to get on the Jedi Council. Smoke too much fucking weed, huh? I did it. What a fucking nerd, but also pro jock set. I walk a fine line once again. Thanks so much.
Walking the finest of lines in every variety, Joseph Gorman. No.
Joseph Gorman.
Let's see.
I'm really glad that Joe brought up that we're just like one check away from being homeless, because it brings me into why I'm Facebook canceled. I mean, it's not a big deal or anything. I'm just like taking down a man and his business and his entire family so that he too knows what it's like to be homeless.
What'd you do?
What? Oh, so there is a organization. Here's the plug, guys. Let's all go to Google and fuck them up. The Regional Animal Protection Society is coming undone as a big old scam, and
what do they do? Do they regionally protect animals, and that's bad? You heard it here first. Dogs against protecting animals.
Yeah, dude. Fuck animals.
they They say they do, but last year they stole my cat. Like they actually stole, like they trapped my cat and then pretended that it was a feral cat, but he's actually like a purebred Russian blue.
Did it have a collar and a tag and like a GPS chip?
Of course you
He's
did,
my-
dude.
He's microchipped, but he's also on my property. So anyway, they stole him, and then when I called and asked if they got him, they were like, nope, don't have that cat here. And I was like, okay. So I had a nervous breakdown for 3 days and spent hundreds of dollars on like pet finders and stuff. And then they called me and they were like, oh yeah, by the way, we have this cat. And I'm like, when did you get him? And they were like, oh, Wednesday. And I'm like, so the night before I called. And then they're like, yeah, so that'll be $65 to get him back, please. And I'm like, what? So I gave them the money, and now like a year later, they just scammed someone of like $5,500. They started a fundraiser for this particular person and dog, and then said that the person didn't meet the full amount, so that they forfeit all of the money. And yeah, it's a big.
What are they trying to do for the
show?
How are they trying to get the dog with $5,000? You love to gloss over vital details.
I know. I'm trying to explain this big, complicated story in like 30 seconds. I can't.
What?
They're trying to fundraise for a $10,000 surgery. This
For the dog.
For the dog. This regional animal society.
And then, the society wants to take the $5,000 to be like, you didn't raise $10,000 fast enough.
Yeah. So they were
Does
like,
the society provide the surgery?
it's all fucked. So they were like, we're gonna help this family for free and help them do this fundraiser, but then they weren't able to do the surgery, so now they're saying, no, we wouldn't do that. And so all the people that donated were like, well, where'd my money go? And then it wasn't until like news outlets came and they were like, before that, they were like, oh, the fundraiser is not going that well. No, not really like that many donations have come in. And then when people put pressure on to be like, actually, I donate this amount and this amount, it turned out to be like $5,500 that people had donated. And now they're like, oh, well, it's going to be $10,000. And without that, you're fucked. So it goes nowhere. And so, yeah, that's why I got canceled on Facebook, because I'm canceling. I'm going to make sure that this dude doesn't have anything left in his life.
Canada, the shining city on the hill.
Yeah.
Speaking of shining city on hills, up next.
Yeah, you made me drag that out way longer. Thanks. Anyway, go to the Raps Google page and fuck them up. Thanks. Who's up next?
Yeah, put the link in the chat.
I
don't know who's
will.
up next.
Oh, I will. Up next from the UK. From the UK and a new one to the Hot Mess Show, we have Anthony Bazzola. Hello.
Anthony Bazzola,
What a
fierce
cool last
defender of Moth, Tarkin, that guy. Where's this thing? Here we go. Thanks for coming, Anthony.
Cheers, bud. How's it going? Hey. Hello, I'm Anthony Bazzola. How's everybody's day been? I spent the first part of my morning jumping in and out of Zoom meetings based on the subject of political conspiracy. The last one I was in was based particularly on the subject of the New World Order, or NWO, in which I was promptly booted out of when it came my turn to answer the question of who I believe started it all. Apparently, it was not Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, and big sexy Kevin Nash that they were thinking of. Yeah, that's right. It's a wrestling joke, folks.
Sweet.
Stay with me. It's been a long year. No, I'm with you, Canadians. Brett didn't screw Brett. Anyway, I was laid up on my beanbag, stoned off my bonds the other day, and trying not to spill chili sauce on my DX t-shirt, when I got thinking. Firstly, never wear white when you got the munchies. Never going to end well. But secondly, how can you not respect pro wrestling? You got to respect something that 5 minutes before the day this all kicked off was packing men into arenas all over the world every week to watch a zombie mortician and an aging UFC star have a fake fight. Look, what can I say? I'm a simple man. I'm a small town boy. I live in Cardiff and I love it. Do not let a capital city label fool you. Cardiff is little more than a large town with small man syndrome. It has many typical city amenities. Family-owned businesses that charge you £6.50 for a bottle of shampoo in the name of bringing down capitalism. Pavements that bring back memories of Super Mario Brothers when you try to traverse them with anything inside you with a higher alcohol content than a bottle of hand sanitizer. And the bus service that we literally paid to ruin our week. However, we still have town prices. For what I pay, I get my own room, windows that actually open, and almost zero risk of coming through the floorboards if there's more than 3 people stood up at the same time. Now, by contrast, I stayed with a friend in Paris a few years ago. Great city as well, no doubt. But for what I'm paying, he was sharing a shoebox with 5 members of an Eastern European cartel. The landlord was using the spot as a crack house on weekdays, a brothel on weeknights, and a set for an art house production on weekends. All the while charging said friend full price for rent and for the services of the first 2, and he forced him to be a fluffer in the art house production. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying this because I know that I couldn't make it in the big city. I had a very short-lived rap career a few years ago. It didn't turn out very well because, as you can probably see, I'm about as gangster as Carly Rae Jepsen, and just as white. Yeah, needless to say, didn't go down well. You know, I broke my fast the other week. It prompted me to get my first takeaway of the new year. Swear to God, I'd say it was better than sex if it hadn't been so long since I'd had that. Has anybody else ever been so ridiculously single that they wondered if their virginity is growing back? Yeah, well, I have. Listen, I'm getting acne, I'm listening to Nickelback again, and I wrote a 600-word post on Star Wars about the theory of Star Wars fan theory. Oh, fuck, did I screw that one up? That one's going in the bin. That's why it's an open mic. There you go. You know, it felt very good for me to finally go back to work the other week. I've been off for several months with what I can only describe as not coronavirus. No, I just had plain old regular virus, which had similar symptoms, but meant that everybody retracted their thoughts and prayers and then offers to do my shopping as soon as the test came back negative. You know, I was excited. I wore a shirt, a tie, and I shaved. And upon signing into my work emails for the first time in weeks, I was greeted by one from back in mid-January titled Blue Monday. Are you feeling blue? The weather is bad, Britain is no longer in Europe, and your New Year's resolutions have fallen by the wayside. Well, fuck, now I am. I'm sat there by 9:30 in my fucking dressing gown, wearing a shower cap, slippers, and just about ready to crack open my first can of dark fruit cider of the day. And by the way, I don't work from home, people. I like to work from home, though. I'm a civil servant, and there'd be something oddly satisfying about being able to tell someone that their government owes them 1,658 quid, and if they fill out a form, they'll get a card, Oprah Winfrey style, while sitting in a pair of parachute pants on a recliner with reruns of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on in the background. I've got to be real. Things are starting to open up again back here in the UK. But what's going to be really hard about socialising and having meetings like this in person again instead of on here? Remembering new people's names instead of them just appearing underneath their faces. I haven't had to do that in over a year. Wasn't great at it then. Probably worse at it now. Still, at least it'll do away with other awkward faux pas that I've committed since lockdown. I emceed my first gig the other week and almost announced one of the acts as Huawei P30 Pro. Anyway, probably looking for me to get out of your hair. I'm gonna actually compare this set to the last time that I got laid many moons ago, in that it's been slow, it's been awkward, it's been bumpy in parts, and I guarantee that the next person to jump up and give you a try will please you better than I have. I've been Anthony Bazzola. You've been amazing. Thank you so much, and good night.
Thank you, Anthony.
Hey, come and moan at our mic anytime.
Thanks, bud. Cheers.
I have the moaning.
Yeah, right.
I
He's
assume
got
you
this-
made a sound.
He does have
man.
a voice that can narrate. Yeah, for sure.
Can narrate what? Finish that thought.
No, it's best that I
Narrate something
don't.
specific.
Oh,
That's
wait.
how improv works. Good.
I want him to sing that song. Don't you put it in
No.
your mouth. Don't you put it in your mouth.
I was gonna go like way off
Yeah,
into
that's
sexual
what everyone-
harassment territory. So I'm
Oh
just
no,
everyone
gonna.
comes
don't
for.
mate. Like I said, it's been a
Yeah.
while, so.
What people come
Yeah.
here for. They
Just
come for the
saying,
sexual
like-
harassment.
Just saying, like I would go to bed listening to his voice. That's all I'm saying.
Nice.
Come for the sexual harassment. Stay for the growing affection or for Fortnite.
No,
I can't wait.
Fortnite's canceled.
I can try. You know, Epic Games, they pay me so much money. Anyways,
Oh gosh.
whatever.
I don't even know what to say.
What'd you do?
I don't even know what to say when you-
Speaking of Fortnite, what did you do to James Longshore?
Oh, so James Longshore, this is actually a good plug for James Longshore. That guy apparently is in a movie. It's on Netflix. So I'm assuming that he's busy with that.
He's
and all the
acting?
fame that comes
He's
with it.
acting and he can't be on set on a Zoom call.
I know.
Absurd.
I know,
Absurd.
So in order for me to just wish him well and not kill him and his whole family for not continuing
Okay, how
to
about
show
this?
up,
How about this?
um,
This is your mission
you should go watch
before
his
next
movie.
week. This is your mission before next week is to harass James Longshore enough that he sends us like a 5-minute video of him whatevering, and then we'll just play it like he's here.
we do. I do miss his dumb face. I do. Yeah.
It'd be a dumb bit because then we can make fun of him, we can heckle him, and he wouldn't be here to defend himself. It'd
Maybe
be
he
fun.
doesn't come back because we hate on him.
We don't hate on him. We gave him a nickname. That's like the you know, that's anyways. I was gonna make a Lost reference, but
Well, you know who
Lost,
I'm not-
it's a fucking vague ass title.
You know who I'm not going to scare away. Hopefully, we have a new. She showed up last week. She waited patiently. She showed us her kitchen, and now she's going to tell us some more jokes. Her name's Chin Wang out of the UK
What?
as well.
Jen Wang, come on down. Don't let your bunny eat you. All right, thanks for coming.
Hello everybody, yes, I'm Jin Wang. I like how Yash talk about how common is his name. Well, I am Qin from China with the surname Wang. I think I am more qualified to say that. I have a white boyfriend. When my boyfriend first told his family, oh, I got a girlfriend from China, and his mom asked, what's her name? And he said, okay, my girlfriend from China is called Qin Wang. And his mom went, sure, yeah, sure you do. Did you mail order her from Alibaba? Yeah, but as you can imagine, Qing is not my real name. Otherwise, it would be weird. Like, who named after a body part? And it's not very impressive one. But I actually picked this name from an English book. It's called Chinese Name for Dummy. So yeah, but it getting me trouble sometimes. The thing is, people keep calling me Qing, and I actually grow the extra one.
Oh.
So that's not good. Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is not wine. I know, like people think, oh, I must be an alcoholic. I'm drinking. No, this is sparkling juice. It's not wine.
Oh,
We'll never believe you.
This is sparkling water. Yeah.
No, it's Marks and Spencer sparkling juice. I'm just drinking this because this make me feel really badass, and also I'm a pussy to drink real wine.
Honest.
Yeah, and also I'm drinking from the bottle because I can't be arsed doing any dishes. What am I talking about? Yeah, so let's do some set that I actually prepared from now. I am 25 years old, so I'm turning old in my mind because I realized that my sleep routine is getting longer and longer. I don't know if anyone can relate to that because now I have to do all sort of shit before I go to sleep. Like I have to use this serum to prevent my hair get oily. And I have to use another serum to help my skin get more oily. And I was like, holy shit, can I just do this? Like that will save a lot of effort. Yeah, and also I started to like swallow some like fucking oil to help my period get regulated. So basically help my pussy to bleed regularly. But at the same time, I also need to shove some oil up my bum to stop my bum bleed regularly. So in a word, my body liquid, they are getting so confused. They are like, they don't know where to go. They're like, okay, I think we're in a space. Once we reach 25, I just don't know where to go. Like, yeah. And I'm also started using some anti-aging skincare stuff. I don't understand them actually because I'm started using them because I feel like I should. I feel like that's how am I going to achieve as like a grown-up adult, a very like self-care grown-up adult, but I don't actually understand them because they're like, okay, we have all sort of skincare problem. We have anti-age, anti-wrinkle, anti-sunshine. So they are basically anti-human because all of the anti thing is just a normal part of human. So anyway, but they have so many steps to finish the routine care. Like you have to first like wash your face or whatever you call it, and then you have to put the serum and the cream and the toner. I actually feel myself aging just to put the anti-aging routine. But as you can see, I'm actually looking very young. I don't have any wrinkle, but I just do it because I'm an Asian. And as you know, Asian don't age. And I have to prepare early, so I'm still qualified for my race. Like, you know what? I don't want to, when I became 30, I don't want to get expelled from my race because I look too old. And my mom saw me last year, and then she saw I have some wrinkle because it's just normal, right? And she got like terrified. She was like, oh, "You're growing wrinkles. Oh my god." She's pretty much saying, "Look at that. We have one imposter among us." No, you get that reference? God, I'm so proud of that. That game is just like that so fast. Well, I can try out my joke. Oh, somebody got it. Oh, good. Okay, I think that's all my material I have today. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming, you drunkard. Come back anytime.
She can say, "Oh, I asked it's juice.
Oh my god. That, yeah,
So-
I'll never believe you no matter what label you put on your 50-year-old bottle of wine from your extensive collection of, well, that'd be so funny. You have like a wine cellar underneath your desk. You're like, let me get another bottle. You just like disappeared.
I live in Richmond, actually, like I say Vancouver because I live like on the bridge to Vancouver, but I live in Richmond, British Columbia, which has more of a Chinese population than anything else. It's like 60% Chinese. And I've always loved like hearing the stories about why they chose like their English name. My boyfriend is from Hong Kong and his name is Jay. And when I asked him what his Chinese name was, he was like, Wei. And I was like, okay, yeah. And then I asked him what his brother's name is, like Alan. And then I'm like, oh, what's his Chinese name? He's like, Wei Lun. And I'm like, yeah, you guys got real creative when you came to Canada. Like, just, but
no, but that'd be pretty cool though. Like if you spelled it like, if you spelled way like W-A-Y coming to America, it's like, dude, I'm the way, dude. Like, dude. just like cult leader. Bro, I'm the way, man.
Okay, so Bontrager doesn't get to choose his Asian name.
I'm
Actually, no,
picking a
friend.
superhero name. what was that?
My Chinese name is Lai Ming, apparently. It's the Dawn.
I know a friend of mine, his surname is Ke, and his first name is Ke, and his surname is Wang. So in the UK, everyone call him Wanker.
Oh man, that's great. Okay, so what wanker's up next? Oh, your mic's not working again? Oh, there you are.
No, I got it back. Up next, we have a man. I still would love to know how he's rocking this vibe. so early. I love it. He's a new
We're
one to
talking
the
about-
show.
Yeah.
We are talking about Lloyd Legacy Sharp, and I've never actually.
Lloyd Legacy Sharp looks like he's been powering up to go Super Saiyan this entire time. Like this, been like this aura growing around, just contemplating, just building the energy to just destroy us. So yeah, I don't. You have.
I can't wait. He's new to the Hot Mess show, but every time I see him in Displaced Comedians, he's a joy. So give it up for Lloyd Legacy Sharp, guys.
Lloyd Legacy Sharp. Thanks for coming.
No.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. What you gonna do when the Hot Mess Mike runs wild on you?
Yeah.
In my voice, so that's enough. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to first and foremost apologize to women everywhere for the fact that we as men exist. Not proud of it, and I wish I could have done something about it like a real ally, but by the time I got here in the mid-'80s, it was too late. Maybe I don't get it. I'm an Asian millennial, which is my way of informing you that nothing in this life has made sense to me since 1997. That was a time period where America spent a lot of time, energy, and MTV Music video money trying to convince me that pimping ain't easy. Who knew? You know what else isn't easy? Being pimped. But nobody talks about that side of the labor dispute. Which is why I am convinced that men are, in fact, the foreskin that need to be circumcised off the penis of life. Which is as close to a dick joke as I'm going to get tonight. I grew up in a ghetto here in Boston, Massachusetts, USA, called Dorchester, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
I don't live there anymore because I wanted to live long enough to tell you that. But while I was there, I did learn the answer to an age-old question that nobody ever asked. What's more difficult to try to spend? Time with your family or Bitcoin as a currency? I'll let you be the judge. I'm sitting there in the living room with my cousin one day, and my grandfather props up behind us and says, "Hey, Lloyd, one day you might have a conflict with a schizophrenic person, and it would be impolite to ask them, who the hell do you think you are?" So I'm 8, and I'd like to tell you that I wrote that. I didn't. It's a thing he said. So then we moved to Roxbury, or as we here in New England call it, Dorchester, the sequel. And that's where I learned that I'm not a gangster. Let's face it, I am the whitest sounding person on this Zoom call, while being darker than Kurt Cobain's innermost thoughts. It's not racism, it's self-awareness. And my first mistake was failing to do a drug deal thing properly. My second mistake was calling it a drug deal thing. And when you talk to the guy, Lloyd, use a code word. Okay, here's your free baseball. Yeah, I didn't choose a thug life. Thug life didn't choose me. You Tinder people might call that a mutual swipe left. So I stayed inside, played Nintendo, because only Mario and the barrel tossing ape could save me from the dangers of the ghetto. But not my family. My mother comes in one day and says, "Lloyd, your aunt's on the phone, got some advice for you." "Not now, mother." You see that? That's called the Warren Temple. You wouldn't know a thing about that. But it took me forever to get to this point, and you're gonna ruin it with your family and your phone calls. Step aside! Now, if you thought that was rude, so did she. Yes, Auntie. Lloyd, I know you're going to high school next year. I want you to remember that sex is just like a bridge game. Weird follow-up, Auntie, but come again. Sex is just like a bridge game. You don't need a partner if you got a good hand. That'll be all, Mother. Take it away. It made sense a year later. Children loved having children in the year 2000. I was a child in the year 2000. I didn't want myself. So in order to keep myself safe, I won't lie. I played a lot of bridge. Thanks for listening to my horrible childhood stories.
Thanks for coming, Legacy. Beaming out. Where'd Dawn go? Dawn's over here.
I'm here. There's no shame in playing bridge. I didn't realize until like maybe just a year ago that people don't sit around the table with their parents smoking cigarettes, playing crib and bridge and playing queens when they're 6. Like I thought that's what people did. Anthony's looking at me like that's what he did in the UK, which makes perfect sense. Considering I am from Newfoundland and not the rest of this boring ass Canada.
No. We play triple deck Uno with 10 people and scream at grandma for fucking just hiding reverses and skips up her sleeve. Grandma, where are all the skips and reverses coming from? I haven't pulled a skip in the reverse in 7 draws.
You're taught to lie and cheat from early age.
Cheaters.
Grandma
all cheaters.
teaches you. And this
That's
is
how
why
they
we
beat
wonder
us.
why America is in the state it is. But I don't like talking about politics. I don't like it.
You brought it up. You keep bringing up politics. You don't want people to talk
I
about
know.
politics, but you keep bringing it up.
I know. I'm bad. That's why I don't need to talk, because the best woman in Canada to talk is coming up next. Her name's Rosani Christie, and
Rosani Christie, I heard Rosani killed like a moose, and then she went and like she gutted that moose and she wore it, and then she killed another moose, and then she put a robot dog in that second moose, and then she infiltrated a whole like moose colony, and then she slaughtered all of them, and then she sold all those moose skins and stuff, and then she got GameStop stock, and she's like a cajillionaire.
Yeah, man, we call it the Moose Apocalypse.
Moose Apocalypse, Rosani Christie.
I don't know if she's ever killed any moose, but she does kill her set. So let's let her do it.
All right, thank you. Thank you for that intro. And I didn't even have to write it myself. All right, so March is MS Awareness Month. So yeah, I was diagnosed with MS when I turned 17. I was devastated, now I have MS. That's like, what a debilitating disease. Like, I'm too young to be sick, but I'm too old to qualify for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Great. So I have MS and I'm never gonna meet DMX. What? Double whammy. So MS is a lot like being in quarantine. Like, you miss social gatherings, I miss bladder control, same diff. So my husband loves to surprise me. He used to do it with chocolate and concert tickets, and he recently did it by increasing my life insurance policy. So I don't know, how sweet, right? But it's not the same when he says, close your eyes and open your mouth. Like, I don't know if the amount of trust is there anymore. I can't trust him. So when people see my wheelchair, they get nervous. But when kids see me, they're so fascinated. They have so many questions for me. Like just last week, are you ever gonna walk? Can I get a ride? Where does your gas go? And that's when his mom jumped in and she was like, Josh, leave her alone. Leave the kind lady alone. So I had to be like, no, that's okay. I'm not kind. So now I like to get my daughter to do practical work. I don't want her to write lines, stuff like that. I told her to write a eulogy. She said, for who? I said, me. She said, are you dying? I said, yes, the way you wash your hands. I'm a vulnerable person here. I don't trust you. So she said, she came back 5 minutes later. She's like, it's not going to say you're nice. I was like, really? She said, it's not going to say you loved me unconditionally. Okay. She said, it's not going to say that you're funny. And that's when I realized I'm not going to rest in peace because I need to hunt a bitch. So brown people have no filter. I'm sick of hearing, dye your hair. Your face is too fat. You're gaining weight. And that was just this morning when I video called my dad. And sometimes they're even nosier than that. They want to know, how do you do it? And I go, really? How do I do it? Give me a grab bar and some pillows and I will show you that 61 of the 64 Kama Sutra positions are fucking inaccessible. I need a new book. So you know what? I'm going to write my own. It's going to be called the Para Sutra. I've got 3 positions already. I've got the starfish, I've got the beached whale, and I've got the little spoon. I think the little spoon doesn't get enough credit. There wouldn't be a big spoon without us. And so I got a call recently. I answered, and the person on the other side said, I like the sex. I get worried when anybody puts the before sex. And then I was like, hello. and they were like, I am the human. Really? So you like the sex, you are the human. Right now, you're the cock block, Dad. Stop calling me at 2 a.m. Yeah. So I'm in an interabled relationship. You know, that's because my husband's a walker. So he pushes me around in public. I push him around in private. He's in it. I'm in it for the diaper changes. He's in it for the free parking. I'm in it for the assisted showers. He's in it for the golden ones. And people always wonder, how do you fight with your husband if he's your caregiver? And I'm like, you know what? If this guy pisses me off, I just drink a tall glass of milk and chill. He can deal with the mess because I'm lactose intolerant. He asked for it. He'll hate my guts for the next few days, and then we're back to normal. So with MS, it affects my nerves. So I don't feel the same things that some like a regular person would feel. I could get burned and not feel it. I can get bruised and not feel it. I can have an orgasm and not feel like admitting it because it's not a one and done situation here. That's it, guys. I'm going to send it back to the room. Thank you.
Thanks for coming, Razani. Mooses, you're a hero. Moosai? Moosisies. Moosison. Moose.
I feel like you're gonna have a stroke trying to figure that
The
out.
moose.
It's just moose. And for the record,
robots
I
have
don't
opinions.
think there's that many moose hanging out in the Toronto area. Like,
There is.
you know what I mean? Like,
You know what?
Hey,
You know
Ted.
what? You know what? I once, to steal the joke of a rapist, I once shot a moose, and it turned out it was actually the Berkowitzes in a moose costume. And I had it stuffed and mounted at the country club. You know, jokes on them. It's restricted. You know. That's an abbreviated joke of rapist Woody Allen. Up next.
up next, somebody else who definitely doesn't see moose, but he is running around the Toronto area. Ketchum.
Oh, wait a
do your
second.
job?
Did you
Jason?
want to plug Razani's thing real quick?
So before Bontrager had rambled about moose for some fucking reason, I was trying to congratulate you for killing it on the All Women's show yesterday in light of the International Women's Day. So if nobody has seen that or has heard of Razani, check her out. She deserves it. That's what I was going for.
Hell yeah.
Not about killing moose.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that's what you were gonna say because your mouth open, you're like moose. It looked like a moose. sound.
I can see how you would I can see how you would come to that conclusion for sure. Jason Osborne, did you get the job?
I haven't heard back yet, so fingers crossed.
Well,
and I'm
no
still
news
here,
is
so
good news.
yeah.
No news is good news. I'm glad you don't have it yet, because it means that I still have you here. Welcome to
Fingers crossed for the bespectacled Jason Osborne. Thanks for coming.
All right, thank you, Don and Bon. Don's happy I'm unemployed, and Bon Trigger apparently belongs to a country club, so he's trying to relate to a bunch of out of work comedians with like country club jokes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but anyway, Rosani mentioned that it's. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, I timed these myself. Okay, Rosani mentioned that it's MS month. It's also St. Patrick's month, which is supposed to be St. Patrick's Day. But when there's drinking involved, you can't just limit that to one day. You got to go the whole month. So here I am. The House of Pain's all about shamrocks and shenanigans, and I'm all about shamrocks and shakes because I'm also lactose intolerant. So after I have one, the toilet goes boom, shalak lock boom. What else is going on? Oh yeah, it's all about the Royals this week, right? Everyone's talking about the Meghan's interview with Oprah, right? And the British people are saying stuff like, the brown sugar should have kept her big nigger lips shut. It's not an exact quote. It's about 95% accurate, right? The Americans are saying, "Oh, good, now the world thinks somebody else is racist," and the Canadians are saying, "Wait, are we British? Like, why is the Queen on most of our money?" Never understood that. What else is going on here? Oh yeah, so this would have been Toronto Comic Con in Toronto, so that got canceled. So that sucks because like everybody in the modern era has to identify as something, right? Either got to be like man, woman, gay, straight, trans, he, him, she, her, right? Me, I identify as a cosplayer, right? Because just like Comic Con, I always show up in full costume. I only come once a year. What else I got? Oh yeah, so yeah. The thing I'm gonna miss the most about Comic Con is doing a lot of speed dating. Sorry, I tend to pause for no good reason. Right? Think about speed dating is it's just like regular dating, just like regular speed dating, only it's much faster at Comic-Con because there's no women, like none whatsoever. Right? It's just like a bunch of lonely guys just looking at each other saying, "I don't think any women are coming. Do you think any women are coming? I don't think they're coming. Do you think they're coming? Yeah, they're not coming." What else? Oh, I guess I'll do this one for Bon Trigger. So in Toronto, they announced that they're going to be building an esports arena. And for those who don't know, like esports is like a fancy way of saying video game competition, right? But now it's considered a professional sport, right? And like I don't know if I like I like video games, but I don't know if I like the fact that it's a professional sport now because I'm 42. So in the 80s and 90s, right, like being a professional athlete playing video games wasn't a thing, right? You looked ridiculous like thinking that was going to happen, right? And like when I was in school, I would get in trouble because my guidance counselor would tell my mom that I had trouble differentiating between fantasy and reality, and she took away my Sega Genesis. Right. And it's like, if I kept at it consistently, I could have gone pro by now. I could have been retired by now, like a millionaire. Right. Instead, I'm not. Right. So like, it's all the guidance counselor's fault. If I ever see that guy again, I'm just going to I'm just going to rip his head like off his shoulders with the spine still attached and hold it up like a trophy. Is that too dark? Yeah, racist. Okay. Race card played. Okay. What else I got here? think that's all that's all I had to work on. So, okay. Well, I got like, I don't know. I'll just give whatever time I have left back to the room. So thank you. You've been a great audience. You're my favorite audience. Let's bring Donna Bond
Thanks
back
for
up here.
coming, Mr. Osborne. You'll get Peter Parker eventually. Where are we at?
I am feeling very guilty right now that as somebody who boasts obnoxiously about being from Newfoundland, I didn't even think about St. Paddy's Day this year. Like, it's just not, I think I'm getting an ultrasound on St. Paddy's Day this year. You know what I mean? It's like, I hate this stuff. I hate it. Anyway, before I get manically depressed.
What do you hate?
I guess I just felt the pain of COVID for the first time. I've been really like milking this,
I mean to break it to you
this
that
COVID
way.
thing.
I shot a moose. Was hunting upstate New York in the woods. I tied the moose onto the fender of my car, and I drove back home. But I didn't realize that the bullet had not penetrated the moose, but had just creased its scalp, knocking it unconscious. I'm driving home along the highway, and I'm going through a tunnel. The moose woke up. So I'm driving with a live moose on my fender.
You get it. And then now
They don't allow Jews.
Yeah, see? And I said it. I
City
said it
golf
the
club.
same night. I said it the
And
same
the joke is on them because they don't allow Jews.
There we go. See? I did it. I did the same thing. I'm a comedian. Oh, wait, where'd Don go? Oh, no. Don disappeared.
Yeah,
You
I
said-
left like everyone else.
You said
You
moose
left.
to me. You said moose too many
Yeah.
times.
I know. I had the same moose. You said you hated it, and then I put it on. Right? That's how that works.
I hate you, but I don't hate that bazongas. So I don't know.
What?
Oh,
Bazongas?
we have to wait for Chin to come back because I don't know if you saw what you did to this poor man.
I
during your
did. I feel so shitty.
Like, you nearly killed him.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you know that.
I'm sorry. I had 2 lungs full of vape, and she did the pussy bleeding and the oil up the bung, and that was like 2 feet right in the stomach to me. And I was like, ah! So if you can put on your list of accomplishments today, you knocked an old fat guy on his ass with a joke. So boom. Thank you.
Donnie Bazongas. He falls out for hot mess. Thanks for coming, sir.
Thank you. Oh, and so like Bon, I want to congratulate you on that victory today or was it today you said for Fortnite?
Yeah.
You got the level?
Yeah, I got the max level. Yeah.
Okay, so now I don't do Fortnite, I do World of Warcraft. And some of you may know, the game that was #1 before you fuckers came along. Yeah, that game. World of Warcraft. See, that's the game. And a lot of people, want to talk shit about people that play video games all the time, but I'll tell you what, I lost 170 pounds playing video games all the time. Yeah, she ain't never coming back, dude. She ain't never coming back. No, actually, so my new wife, I met playing World of Warcraft. So like I get to brag to all the guys. Go, hey man, I got somebody that could come join our raid, and guess what? I'm gonna fuck the healer after. So you can totally burn these gamer guys. Yeah, whatever. And you know what I never really got was like, when they want to insult you, they go, oh, well, you live in your mom's basement. Like, that's the benchmark of being a loser, living in mom's basement. Because, like, when you play, some of you that may know World of Warcraft, there's a stereotype to which side you play. If you play Alliance, you're a 14-year-old girl. If you play Horde, you're a 40-year-old adolescent living in mom's basement. And it's every time. It's like, why is it always mom's basement? See, I always had one up on those trolls because my mom's trailer didn't have a basement, man. Yeah.
So
like, yeah. So, but my brother, he was the one that taught me, like, to be a victim of a troll the whole time. I was a young kid, and he was like, I don't know if you ever like had a sibling that would roast you, or somebody older that would roast you, and you're a kid and it doesn't make any sense. You know, it's like my brother. He was 14, I was 5, and he'd go, Danny, you know what happens when you get too much pussy? No, I didn't think you did. Burn, kid. Dude, I'm 5. I don't get that shit, man. I mean, at this point in my life, I'm closer to coming out of a pussy than I am to getting into one. I don't get that joke, dude. But and now that I bring up my brother, I just want to take a moment to ask if anybody could Venmo me a few bucks until he straightens out. He's a hunchback. Nah, I'm kidding. There's nothing wrong with him. In fact, he called me earlier and said they shut his water off. So I sent him a get well card. Water, shit. All right. So growing up, my family, I don't know if you ever, like, anybody had siblings. You always had like some kind of a fart game, right? Some kind of a fart game. And my brothers and sisters, I don't know how this started, but you had to be part of it because the way the game, okay, so here's the game went. If somebody farted, you had to slap wood, slap your forehead, say Woody, and then a name of a fruit. And if you were the last one to do it, you were the one that ate the fart, and you didn't want to be the one that ate the fart because you just got so much ridicule for 2 minutes until the next person farted, and we started all over. But then the game would come, Woody bananas, Woody grapes, and then you always got like Woody tomatoes, and then we had to start a fight about that. That's not a fruit. That doesn't count. It is sour fruit. No, it isn't. It's not sweet. It's got seeds. Well, fuck you, Farmer John. And then by then, you've lost the game and have eaten the fart because you had to argue about the tomato thing. So it was a trap to just say Woody tomatoes because you're going to trap somebody to eating the fart. Or, in my case, my brother would say Woody kumquats. And I lose it every time that guy says Woody kumquats to this day. I mean, nobody can say it and make me laugh like my brother can. But he does that, and his other weapon is peanut butter. Dude, no, because that fucker did it to me when I was I had surgery in 2008. And I was cut open, like 13 staples to shut me up. My brother calls me to see how I'm doing. It's like, hey, Danny, peanut butter. You fucking asshole! My stitches. I'm trying to hold my staples together. You fucking suck, you asshole. All right, so so I don't know if anybody else had like a fart game like that, Woody bananas, Woody grapes, but to this day, he still makes you. I don't know. We used to have to it was fun to try and make my mom fart because she had so many kids and so much reconstructive surgery to her nether regions that she couldn't really hold the fart for very long. So to make her laugh, you either had to do a yo mama joke because that was funny. Yo mama jokes. My mother loved yo mama jokes. People are like, well, that's ironic that you're insulting your mother. And I'm like, no, they're about my grandmother because I'm doing yo mama jokes to my mother. Get it? Anyway, thank you for that yo mama jokes to your mother, Danny Bazongas.
Thanks for coming, Mr. Bazonga. It's our favorite old fart. Boom. Thanks for
That's
coming.
something. I'm the old fart in the room. Oh my god.
You're the only old fart I see right now. I don't know where Terry is. I don't know where Kathy is.
At work or something.
Here's Jeffrey. Here's another fart. Where's hey fart? I see you. Don't try to hide. I see you. I see you floating around there. Abigail could honestly be like, she could be 300 years old, like secretly, but she just moisturizes. You know what I mean? We don't know. She could be the oldest fart.
Caught me.
You'll never ever think that I'm old because you'll know that I don't want to live that long. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's not gonna be like,
strangest.
Dawn is 80. Like, no, Dawn's not making.
That's the strangest.
I'm a solid 20.
It's like the strangest,
I'm a
like,
solid 29 counting down. The other thing I wanted to mention was I guess Danny brought up some childhood memories for me when he was talking about stitches. I don't know why this story came up, but I just remember there was this one time my dad had major back surgery. He had two discs removed and another 2 fused together, and he was in a lot of pain after that. So there was one day that my mom and him were separated, so they had shared custody, and my dad's like 2 days out of the hospital, and he's like, "Hey, Helen, do you think you can keep Dawn Marie for this week? Like, I'm in a lot of pain here." And my mom looks at him and pulls out her purse and is like, "Here's a quarter, and tell someone who cares," and walked out. So she's a good person. That was a good.
He's a good person.
family.
Shut the fuck up and get over your dumb stitches. You got him in the first place, dummy. Big old dummy getting injured, so we need to stitch you up, dummy. You're
Got it
lucky
for free.
I didn't stitch you up myself in the kitchen. We're Newfoundlanders. I'm fucking rough and tough. I'll fucking just sew you up right now.
man.
You don't want mom to do it? Oh, then let's go to do it. Shut the fuck up.
It's all good because, like, my dad, I don't know if this is a coincidence or not, but, you know, like 6 months later, my dad invited my mom over for tea, and, like, the tea just fell all over her leg and scalded her leg. It's just permanently scarred from that.
Do you, let's just pause before you say anything else. You think your dad rigged a hot teacup so it would spill on your mom's lap?
I think that karma may have come around that
Karma, shut up. Your dad totally rigged the teacup to burn your mom. Anyway, speaking of burning your mom with hot scalding water, you know who's a hot cup of scalding water? I don't know. Who's up next?
She is very hot. That's for sure. Her name's Abigail, and she looks
my
shocked.
God, guys.
I was like, I don't know who's up next.
She looks shocked. But it's
coming from Joe Rogan's side barn studio, we got Abigail.
Hi, I am very high. My bad. I didn't mean to. Oh my God.
It just happened.
It just happened. It's
The
just
internet made me do it.
I just saw everybody else like smoking weed, and then I was like, you know what? I have a little bit left over from my show last night. I might as well. And I went overboard because I found a dab pen. Anyway. No, I will tell jokes. Yep, I will do that for sure. Do you like ever get into like those bits wherever you forget like where you're heading to the moment you start thinking about it? Like, I will start telling these jokes like about like dating or whatever and mesh them all together and just fuck it all up. I can't wait to do that for you guys because you deserve it.
Yeah.
I'm forewarning you guys for sure. Yeah, I decided that this is going to be my year. I'm finally going to do it. Settle down. Just down in every way possible. I'm just going to start actually sleeping with all of the short guys in my DMs. I'm ready to do it. There's no height limits, guys. I've taken those off the table. This only like really works like on stage because I am a tall lady, and if I explain the fact that I'm tall like over this, it's weird. See, that's exactly what I fucking mean. No, I don't care anymore. It's not just because like we've been in like captivity for the past year. It's mostly just because it entertains me, and I have to keep writing bits about dating. I have to. Like, I once dated this guy, and he looked kind of like Jeffrey Dahmer. And I don't know if that's just because of my subconscious after watching so many episodes of Criminal Mind. I think that's exactly what happened. We dated for like 2 years. He still hates me because I love ruining people's lives. No. It's my favorite hobby. What else am I supposed to do? But I wish I had like meds. I should get on meds, yeah. No, I wish I had like a normal taste in guys. Like, I don't know, like muscles, knowledge on how an axle works. That would be cool. But no, it's always some little Mario looking guy. They're so cute. I'm so high. How did I do this? I'm giving all of my time back to the room.
What? No, I want to punish you for 3 more minutes.
Oh, okay, fine. Let's. Oh, I'm sweating.
I know, it's great. You're like, I'll smoke a tiny bit, and then I'll, ooh, that pen.
What's in the drink?
Did it? It's coffee.
It doesn't matter.
It's not wine this time.
You know, I'm actually so mad at myself for getting banned because today's like harassment poster was going to be so much fun, and I'm sorry, Bontrager, you tried, but you cannot be me. But I wanted it so bad to be like Ryzen wine or wine if you're Abigail, and I wanted to like tag you with a swinky face, and it was going to be a big theatrical thing.
Okay, this is 2 minutes of the backdoor pilot of the Abigail and Dawn show. 2 minutes of the backdoor pilot. It starts off with an empty bag of wine commercial. What's your favorite bag of wine? What's your favorite bag of wine company? Pinot Grigio by
Bada Box. This has been brought to you by
Bada Box.
Bada
Ooh,
Box.
that's like the trendy bag of wine. Brought to you by the trendiest bag of wine you could find on the shelf.
It's the bougiest.
It's pretty trendy. It's pretty good. Yeah. So a minute 30 left of this amazing backdoor pilot.
Yeah, let's write a TV show together, guys.
This chemistry is riveting. I'm trying to torture both of you, and it's working very well.
I know. So
And it's all
I
within
don't
time. It's all still on the clock. It's still
I
good.
haven't really like. I don't think people even realize
1
how
minute.
much of myself this takes. Like even just
God
doing
damn it.
this one open mic. I have messages that I haven't even opened from 2 weeks ago, and I know people are like thinking that I hate them and that like it's them. It's not. I just can't. Like I don't have energy after this to do anything else anymore for the rest of the week. I think I just have a marijuana problem. It's probably that. But
30 seconds left of the Abigail and Dawn show.
Why is
the most
marijuana
riveting
problems funny? I'm
backdoor
sorry.
pilot.
well, Abigail's not helping her sobriety, so
All right, thanks for watching the backdoor pilot of the Dawn and Abigail show. Thanks for coming, Abigail. Wait, there we go. Up next, we have that was exactly 5 minutes. What do we have up next?
we have Jeffrey Weinstein, who's always coming in hot from Montreal. He's wearing those yellow glasses, but I feel like you've got some other colors.
He's
Do you have
coming
any
in
other
hot with the colors.
I want to like you should color coordinate based on your mood.
Maybe he
And
attempts
then,
that. Thanks for coming, Jeffrey. Wait.
People who know him will be like, "Oh, Jeffrey's feeling like we're not fucking."
Oh,
with
it's
Jeffrey
a
today."
yellow day. We should make sure we serve him more eggs. Thanks for coming, Jeffrey Weinstein.
Thank you. I'm going to preface my set by saying that 62 and a half years ago, I was in an accident, and then 9 months later, I was born. Yeah, I was living all my life with on the spectrum, this thing called ASD, autism spectrum disorder. So, you read about. So you probably figured out by now, it's not exactly something you'd go in and order off the menu at Burger King, because never in my life have I ever seen anybody say, I'll have a double cheese Asperger with a side order of obsessive compulsive disorder, please. So I have a Facebook page, Spectrum Comedy Productions, and I noticed this morning it was up to 795 likes and 192 engagements. Man, fuck. That's a lot of fucking diamond rings. I don't think I can handle that much commitment. Someone, please help me. Someone, please help explain to me. Help me explain to me what post engagements really means. I'm just a dumb boomer, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. There was these two British dudes talking on the streets of London, saying, Franklin, how do you know when Meghan Markle has had an orgasm? He says, I don't know, Burton. I think you have to listen very carefully for the sound of her nail file hitting the floor. Yeah, and yeah, after the Oprah interview, I heard the London Stock Exchange was rather sluggish, but there's this company selling ice water, and their stock went up tremendously. What did Meghan Markle's father say when she first had her period? Just, oh bloody hell! Our Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is thinking about dumping the Queen. He says, "No, Justin, what are you thinking? I'm gonna be miss the old broad not being on all our money. How can you do that?" I never make fun of people in wheelchairs because that's where I might wind up in 10 years, in a wheelchair. I always want a new set of wheels, Yeah, you're getting old when you leave the house and you go to the elevator and you're waiting for something that will never come. After you realize that you forgot to press the button, yeah. So, look, talking about age, I have to tell you, when you get into your 40s, take it from me, shit happens. You get into your 50s, more shit happens. When you get in your 60s, you are shit. You don't give a fuck what happens. You're getting old when you confuse calendar dates with blood sugar readings. When somebody asks you, is the glass half full or half empty, and your answer, well, how the fuck should I know? I forgot where I put it. So anyways, look, don't worry about COVID. Just be like this guy. No worries. We're all going to go up in a toxic haze of methane gas anyway. So who cares? Thank you very much.
Did you draw that?
Thanks for coming. The youngest fart I know, Jeffrey Weinstein. Oh, artists. You should put your Patreon. You should sell these nice watercolors. Jeffrey Weinstein, thanks for coming.
Make comics.
You do comics? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I draw comics. This is one of them.
Oh, cool.
You should start posting those.
Yeah, if you got a link for comics and stuff, drop it in the Hujima Bob.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone has ever watched or like followed Poorly Drawn Lines, but it's my favorite comic. It's the best. But there's a note about stocks that went up. I don't know if anyone followed Burger King UK on International Women's Day. They pulled a good one. They pulled a sneaky one. So they've made a tweet that was like, women belong in the kitchen. And then it's like, ah! The whole world's upset. Their stock starts to go up. And then they announce that they're giving away like free scholarships to their women that want to go to culinary school.
I thought we weren't talking about politics.
That's
you
not
keep bringing up
politics.
news is political, baby. I'm sorry.
That's just funny. It's a tweet.
Yeah, trying to make panda bears procreate political and news. Can't talk about it. Can't talk about everything political. Can't do it. Shouldn't do it. Separate it from the table. Don't be talking about politics and religion around here. Pass me the hot tang.
I have slept in my kitchen. Usually because
Did I ask?
I have
Accidentally
slept in my
asked?
kitchen because I haven't made it to the bedroom after a night out. that was yeah.
Yeah.
I actually remember, so I woke up and I used to party really hard. I don't really drink anymore, but I used to party really hard. I woke up like next to a pile of vomit in my kitchen floor, and my boyfriend walks by and he's like, "Good morning," and I'm like, "Why'd you puke on the floor and not clean it up?" And he's like, "You know what? I can't." And then I was like, "Hang on. I threw up, didn't I?" And he's like, yeah. And then I went to work. So that's my story. Anyway.
Lovely. Just sharing communal vomit. So lovely how you wake up and you're like, let's both have a bowl of whatever vomits on the floor. I'm sure it's nutritious. I mean, I ate it before, so like it's not like now it's just fermenting. It's probably better.
Well, you know who else likes to overshare?
I'm making myself gag. That was gross. Anyways.
Tom Dykes likes to overshare.
What? Tom Dykes overshare?
Like,
Get the fuck out of here.
Before I even said his name, he's like, "That's me. I'm Tom Dykes. I like to overshare." Let's do it, Tom Dykes. Give us your overshare.
Give us your
5 minutes.
Give us your candid black chalkboard room.
Woo. Okay. So I really like all of the dispensary offerings that exist in the District of Columbia where I live. I think my favorite dispensary is the guy who shows up to sell weed to people who were late to get to the dispensary. That's definitely my favorite dispensary. And I think we need to rethink racism, guys, because the guy who showed up to sell the weed was black and all the late people were white. So we really need to rethink this black people are late shit. I have some pretty clear evidence. Okay, that's just awkward. It's fine. Okay, we want oversharing, huh? So I had a few years ago, I had this friend and like I knew her marriage was bad, but I didn't know how bad. She lives in Virginia Beach, which is like 4.5 hours away. And one day I just get this random call and she's like, "Tom, you have to come get me right now." I'm like, "What? Dude, I'm high." "No, you have to come get me right now." "Why do I have to come get you?" "Tom, he fucking put an order in, like there's a court order because like the divorce is happening and I just need help because like you need to come get me because he put a court order in. So he's trying to make me stay in the state and prevent me from leaving anywhere for the divorce orders to proceed. And I cannot handle that. I do not want to be anywhere near this fucker. I need you to come get me right the fuck now." And I'm like, "But now though?" So I go get her. And this is the thing. I don't think I'm getting laid here. I didn't think I'm doing this because I'm trying to get my dick wet. I just went and drove 10 hours round trip, stay up till 3 a.m. on Tuesday, purely out of the goodness of my heart, as hard as it is to believe. And the first thing I say when I get into the apartment, I'm like, "Okay, there's your couch. My bed's over here." And she goes, "I'm sleeping in your bed." And I'm like, "Okay, miniature gypsy wet dream, you can sleep in my bed." And like, so it's cool. And we're just like hanging out. And so again, I don't think I'm getting laid. I'm not even thinking about what I would do to get laid, right? But here's the deal. She has a 1-year-old, okay? The 1-year-old's name, we'll call him Timmy. It's a 2-syllable, and I'm using a fake name to protect the baby's identity. The baby's name was Timmy. And here's the deal. I am amazing at entertaining babies. Like I'm incredible at it. Like literally, like here's the deal. Like with up here in front of adults, I need like joke structure and punchlines and rhythm. But if the crowd in this room was just 1-year-olds, all I would have to do is and they would laugh. And I'm the Richard Pryor of babies, right? So like it was just I didn't think of it, but lo and behold, I get laid. Right. And so, and then for like 6 days, it's just perfect. Right. Because I get home from work. There's Timmy. Go play with Timmy for 3 hours. Put Timmy to bed. And it's all perfect because Timmy is too young to ask any questions about what horrible things I'm doing to his mother after he put him to bed. It's just great. It's an ideal situation. Right. Like I don't even have to like answer any of his questions. I could have gone straight up and been like, "Good night, Timmy. It's nice to see you. I'm going to put you to bed and I'm going to go fuck your mom in the ass and come in her asshole." He wouldn't have even understood. Like even if I had been as totally honest as possible. Okay, so this is just oversharing without being funny. That's fine. This is just new material. I don't give a shit. Is there consensual tentacle porn? Just wondering. Okay, this might go over better. So like, I was on Steam, which is like this video game marketplace, and they started offering me, trying to sell me dating simulators. And I was really confused because it's like, I have a girlfriend. Why are you offering me dating simulators now? Okay, so like, let me explain. A dating simulator is, so Japan, 40% of people are virgins. So like weird creep culture originated there. So instead of going out to talk to actual people, they created video games to like sell to these people. So like, I'm just really confused. Like, why am I, the dude with a girlfriend, being marketed like games with scantily clad manga characters? Like, it just didn't make sense to me. Like, it wasn't like, why now would you argue these things? But I've been lonely. But anyway, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, oh, it's because I'm on Linux. That's the explanation. Okay, so let me explain. Linux, once upon a time in the 90s, all of these nerds were like, man, Bill Gates is too cool. He's getting all the girls. He's just walking around like he fucking owns the place. We need to make our own fucking club for the real nerds. And that club is called Linux, okay? It was invented by Linus Torvald, a Swedish software engineer, patron saint of programmers and 40-year-old virgins. And it's just gotten nerdier and nerdier and nerdier over time. I feel like there's another piece to this that I'm missing. Yeah, like this guy literally would turn down interviews with "fuck you." That's how much this guy wasn't getting laid. It just is totally fucking hostile. And like, I realized, oh, they're not marketing to me because they think I'm not getting laid. They're marketing to me because I'm the only person on Linux who is getting laid. That's what's going on here. That's the mistake I'm making. I don't know. New material's hard. So like, I'll just keep. Also, like, I was at a show. Oh, okay. I was at this. Wait, 1 minute was at 2:52. My name's Tom Dykes. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming, Thomas and Dykes, gym leader of the newly dubbed Poke Battle podcast. Thanks for coming. That's spotlight.
You can plug the Pokey mic. I plug like the
I'm thinking
things that I yell about, and
it was only me, Tom, and Mike yesterday. So like we should just schedule it as a Poke Battle podcast. Just Poke Battle and talk about Pokemon.
Megan would have come, but she had shit to do.
Yeah, and she likes it. She liked it better when it was later, anyways.
Yeah.
So I could be onto something here when I tag like 50 people, and then when they don't respond to the tag, I message them privately. I'm like, I don't know if you saw it, but I tagged you 50 times on the Displaced Comedians post. Did you see it? Are you coming? That's what I do. And even with all that effort, we still, we hover at like 20, 15, 20. You can't just throw on a Poke Battle and expect people to come with no effort, man.
It's fun.
That's not how you make a paycheck.
Everyone at least has a very loose relationship with Pokemon, and they get the loose concept that you battle them. And it's like chess. It's just like millennial chess, and everyone should get over it. It's a very simple website, PokemonShowdown.com. I don't even get money from that. They don't even get money from it because they can't, because Nintendo will fucking cut their balls off.
Well, maybe you can convince Gregory Matthews to do something else.
Gregory Matthews?
Maybe
Is
Gregory
he coming
Matthews
all the way
has
from the
time.
best city ever, Chicago?
Great city.
I'm
Shut
here.
up, Tom.
Gregory
Matthews.
Are you telling me to go now?
I think
can't
we
tell.
are. Yeah, go. But don't poop in
Okay.
front of us. But do your set.
All right. So
Thanks for coming.
I'm back. I was late because my nanny is trying to get a vaccine, and so she was late, and then I had to go do office hours. So I've been in, I've been out, I've been in and out. I'm back, and I was here just in time to hear some Linux references. And as someone with a PhD in statistics, I get to call someone else a nerd, which feels good because usually I'm the nerdiest one there is. All right. So grandparents everywhere are like super excited and they're like giddy about getting this vaccine, and they're like booking flights to go visit their grandkids, and they're so excited. So on behalf of sons-in-law everywhere, I'd like to remind everyone everywhere how dangerous these new variants are, and we don't exactly know how sure the vaccines are. So maybe the grandparents should stay home for a little bit longer. It's been a real nice respite from the in-laws. By the way, when I wrote this joke, I had to be corrected. Originally, I wrote son-in-laws, but the grammar police got to me, and it turns out it's sons-in-law. It's the same as attorneys general or chiefs of staff or hands jobs, as in I got 3 hands jobs under the bleachers at a football game in junior high. That's not actually true, but it's a grammar joke for you. So anyway, people in wheelchairs, huh? We can't make fun of people in wheelchairs. I get it. We shouldn't do that. Something bad has happened. They're in a wheelchair. But at some point, a person in a wheelchair can be such an asshole that their level of awfulness outweighs the wheelchair thing, right? There's got to be a point where you just say, I don't care that you're in a wheelchair. You're a huge asshole. I'm going to make fun of you for it now. And I've found that person after searching high and low for years. This person is Madison Cawthorn. And Dawn, I know you didn't know a lot of the people that I was talking about last week, so I'm going to explain who this person is. If you don't know who this guy, so Dawn, do you know who Madison Cawthorn is?
No, I am, okay, he's a U.S. representative born August 1st, 1995. How is he a U.S., he's still in diapers. Is he even legal to drink yet? Oh man,
He's a 25-year-old congressman from North Carolina. When he was 18 years old, coming back from spring break trip in Florida, he was riding shotgun in a BMW SUV, and his buddy fell asleep. Blah, blah, blah. He can't walk anymore. Really a tragedy, like legitimately a tragedy. He had his whole life ahead of him, and it's just an absolute tragedy. He was 18 years old. But this man has dedicated his life to not letting the wheelchair define him. He works tirelessly to remind everyone that he is a world-class asshole. This guy is a GOP congressman from North Carolina, and that by itself is nearly enough of an asshole to outweigh the wheelchair thing. But wait, there's more. He had visiting Hitler's vacation home on his bucket list. That was what he wanted to do for his bucket list, and he did it, and he posted this on Instagram. But that's not all. He also lied about getting into the Naval Academy. He said that he got into the Naval Academy, and then the paralyzation thing stopped him from getting in. Not true. He also lied about nearly making the Paralympics. Not true. Wasn't even fucking close. But wait now. If you order now, you get the extra special bonus. He also just got Me Too'd. He was trapping women in his car and sexually harassing them because that's the only place you can do it if you can't walk. And he's a Stop the Steal Trumper guy. This man worked so hard to show everyone what an asshole he is. We should respect that. Fuck this guy, even though he's in a wheelchair. Now I know this figuratively seems like I'm punching down, and it also seems like I'm literally punching down because this man is in a wheelchair and I'm standing up. But I assure you, it's actually punching up because he's a straight white male GOP congressman. Fuck this guy. I don't know if that's jokes as much as I just can't stand Madison Cawthorn. Yeah, I don't even know if that's funny. I just wanted to yell about this guy for a little bit. And this is in honor. This is in honor of Dawn being. Dawn got shut down from Facebook. How much time do I have left?
Oh, I was just about to type in 1 minute. There
1 minute, perfect. So this is in honor of Dawn getting suspended from Facebook. So in a few years ago, I'm laying in bed with my wife, and she casually mentions to me how ridiculous it is that someone got suspended from Facebook for posting the phrase "men are trash," and I was like, "That's ridiculous. No one's getting posted for that." So I posted "men are trash" just as a to test it out, and sure enough, 15 minutes later, I got a warning from Facebook for hate speech against men. I was hate speeching against men, which is completely ridiculous. So I wanted to know what can I say and what can't I say. And as a scientist, I am a scientist. I wanted to test this out. So here are some things that you can call men on Facebook, and it is okay. You can call them refuse, non-recyclable waste products, tiny adorable pieces of the cutest trash you've ever seen, ugly sacks of mostly water, los hombres basura. In Spanish, it's okay. If something is not trash, that means it is not a man. Hashtag contrapositive. And you can also say the top half of centaurs are trash. What you can't say, I've made a list of these things. It's on my Facebook naughty list. Here are some things you can't call men. You can't call men trash, pigs, dogs, dirty pigs, trash pigs, or trash dogs. You also can't say that 1% of men are trash. You can't say men equals trash using the symbol equals. You can't say trash men are trash, and you can't say trash men are men, therefore they are also trash. All right? This is all hate speech, and I don't want you to get banned from Facebook like I have. So what I did do on Facebook is I just to take this scientific experiment a little bit further, I checked on Facebook, and I have an account that is Mina Aratrash, and it's a Facebook page for a dude that lives in a 10-yard dumpster. All of this is okay. And if you've seen me on Facebook, my middle name is Men Are Trash, and men are trash, but you can't say men are trash because that's hate speech. So that's a public service announcement to you all about what is and is not acceptable hate speech against men. Thank you very much. Follow me on TikTok. My name is Fat Greggy on TikTok. I'm Greggy.
Thanks for coming. Gregory Matthews.
So I've been done good, man. This whole time I had no idea what his middle name was supposed to be, or what if it was like a second surname. And so before he actually showed up at the mic and I didn't look at his profile, I thought it was like an Indian guy. And then I'm like, nope, this is like not an Indian guy. This is a white guy that looks like, you know, he's might be part of the Trailer Trash Boys, but hey, he's got a PhD in science. And now I know your name's Men Are Trash, and that's my awkward thing of the day. Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah.
Like, keep going,
yeah,
please.
Yeah. No, I was just looking at Greg, and I was like waiting for him to just give me something that I could go with, and nothing. Just fucking. He's too smart. He's too smart to even respond.
I didn't know I was supposed to respond. I thought you were doing your next thing or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want
I think everyone thought you were talking about the next comic because you don't say names sometimes.
I was talking about Gregory, and when his middle name confused me. I don't know how that was. Anyway, whatever. I'm really excited because every single week I've been harassing this guy, and this guy's been like, you know what, girlfriend, I got a job. And I'm like, you know what, boo, here's $5. Tell him you're busy today. And I got him here, man. Look at this. Allie fucking Lewis is on the Hot Mess Show.
Allie Lewis, after weeks of talking to your PR manager, your secretary, and your manager, and your manager's manager, we finally got you on. Thanks for coming.
Not a problem. I was just waiting for that Venmo to clear, and here I am. Pretty much stoked about this. You talked about the last guy was really smart. No need to worry here. My shit's really dumb. So it is all good. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on. I'm in a relationship. I don't know who else is in a relationship right now. It's pretty dope. Anybody out here fucking? No fucking. Somebody fucking. That's good. You know, that's all I want. You know, that's all I want is just people laugh and get laid. You know, so like if you laugh a bit. I am all about manifestations and affirmation. So even if it's not only for me, it's for everybody else. So if you laugh in my set, all right, and anybody else is after me, or, you know, you're going to get head tonight. That is a 100% guarantee. Your significant other will do it. And if you don't have one, that person you've been eye fucking for a while will come through for you. Okay. So it's just out there for you. All right. So just laugh and get your dick sucked. So moving on. And I like that. So again, I'm in a relationship for a while. I think it's getting kind of serious. Our daughter's about to turn 14, so shit's getting real. We share Facebook, so I think we should be official. And don't do what we did, you know? Like, if you meet the one, marry them right away. Marry them right away, because you're never going to have the right job. You're never going to have that car. Your finances are always going to be shit. And by the time everything is together, your daughter's 14, and you know, the gifts go really low. Nobody's going to be registering at Macy's for you, especially if you've been around with somebody for over 10 years. They're going to tell you, go fuck yourself, register at Family Dollar Tree, because every year the gifts get lower. So just food for thought. And also, if this means anything to you, have somebody who knows the signs of stroke. That is also a benefit of a relationship. Know the signs of stroke. Old women know it even more. And that's the one, you just need somebody who understands. Like, hey, twitching, I'm not dabbing. Call 911. There's a fucking problem on that. I love rap, but I hate rappers, if that makes any sense. I love rap, but I hate rap. I hate rappers. And the reason why I hate them is because they make my life harder, you know? Like one of the things that they do, and I am sick and tired of saying it, they have stacks of $100 bills next to the ear. They always take photos on Instagram that way. And I think to myself, like, what would I do if I had that kind of money, you know, that disposable income? If I had nothing nefarious, I think I would just ball out and get health insurance. I think it would be kind of cool, you know, because like we don't got a lot of hospitals in Chicago. We don't got a lot of hospitals in the South Side. What we do got is a lot of free clinics and minute clinics. And if you've never been to either or, picture a tinier hospital that gives you the illusion of medical care without actually giving you any medical care. It's very magical. I don't know how they do it. I go to this one spot called Healthcare Professionals, and they are neither of those three things. Matter of fact, if you go to Healthcare Professionals, shit will itch on you, okay? So number one, you're meted by a CNA, which is a hood term because they're not real nurses. They have scrubs, but they're hood nurses. And they're mad as fuck that you came to the job sick. They are mad as hell that you came in there with the sniffles. They don't give a fuck about you. So like for me, I would just like that. I would like an opportunity to have a checkup, not in the same place where I can, you know, get Gatorade batteries and a Redbox DVD. I'm talking CVS. I think in my 30s, I should be able to have a doctor. But in the end, aside from that, I like to practice self-care. And I take a lot of, I'm very into vitamin Bs, which I call blunts. And I think if you really look into what weed is, it's just a salad that you can smoke, basically at this phase. You know, it's just caring for yourself. You know, it's like a hug from the inside. Weed isn't a tough drug. It's tied into rap, which is why I hate rappers, because it makes it look tough. Weed isn't a tough drug. It's a strong drug. It'll make you fold dishes. That's exactly what could possibly happen. For time to time, I think my house is haunted. You know, I'm just walking around asking dumbass questions. Like, yo, did I leave that light on? I unlocked that front door. Did I light these 12 candles and place them in a pentagram shape in the center of my living room with 2 live chickens? You know, just questions and hauntings. So again, just smoke, fuck more, smoke more, love more. And I think we'll be good as a society. I don't know, Don, if this was good enough for your $5 Venmo, but hopefully it was. We're going to get discovered. It's fucking Wednesday. Keep it going for your host. It's amazing here. You all did great. Okay. You all will go Just for Laughs this year. All right. I promise. Wednesday is where it's at. Thank you, Don. You're the shit. Bontrager, you're cool too. And before my black ass ain't got a job, I got to go back. So thank you very much. Salute. I'm out.
Thanks for coming, Ali. I'll see you at Just for Laughs.
That's right. That's right. See, Von Traeger, you thought you couldn't get into the clubs. Ali is going to get you into Just for Laughs right in your city, man.
I guess it's a clubs. I guess. Well, you go to the JFL thing, and then they put you in the clubs, I guess, or you get the or you get the TV show, or you get the shoe deal, or you get the or you get all those dogs in Newfoundland that were going to get turned into Chinese food.
I like dogs.
That's what they're doing. Oh, dogs,
No,
cats, all the cats too.
What about the dog that's named after that? There's a dog that actually.
There is a Newfoundland dog.
I actually
Very
want one
nice,
of those dogs.
big
They're
dog.
big, beautiful dogs. They're so smart.
Newfoundlander dogs.
I don't get the joke about how the dog Newfoundland is actually smarter than the person. I don't understand that joke. I'm an American, but I guess Canada likes to dish you guys as being the dumb fuckers of Canada.
Yeah,
they're pretty dumb.
Ding ding ding.
They're the dumb. They're the Newfoundland. If you type in Newfoundland, the way I'm saying it, it looks like the New Jersey of Canada. And on that note, thanks for coming to the Hot Mess Open Mic. I'm gonna stop the stream. It looks sloppy when I do it, but I have to do it this way because no one is giving me the Rachel Maddow technology box. Thanks for coming and broadcast.